Guys, if you're over 60 and noticing your blood flow just isn't what it used to be, there is a very specific biological reason for it. But more importantly, there is a solution, and it's a spice that's likely sitting in kitchens all over the world right now. Researchers have recently confirmed that the active compound in this ancient plant targets the exact same mechanism that controls blood flow to the penis. I don't mean something similar. I mean the absolute identical cellular pathway that prescription ED medications use. When you pair that spice with a high-quality olive oil, something a major University of Athens study linked to a massive 40% drop in erectile dysfunction risk, you create a blood flow effect that neither ingredient could ever achieve on its own. What I personally find so remarkable about this is how God placed this exact combination in nature, thousands of years before the first pharmacy ever opened its doors. Modern science is just finally catching up to the blueprint creation already provided. I want to walk you through exactly what this spice is, why this combination works on a cellular level, and how adding 3 specific things pushes the effect even further. Before we dive into the science, I put together a free guide for you called the Erection Quality and ED Blueprint. It maps out everything we're covering today, plus a full daily protocol you can start immediately. The link is right down in the description, and yes, it's completely free. Grab it whenever you're ready. The spice we are talking about is black seed. You might know it as Nigella sativa, or simply black cumin. Scripture actually knew about this first. If you look at Isaiah 28, black cumin is described as a plant that is carefully placed and cultivated. Even then, it was recognized as something deeply valuable, something worth preserving. And while ancient healers relied on it for centuries, we now have the molecular proof of exactly why it works. Actually, let me pause for a second. I want to know who is in this community with me today. Drop your age in the comments right now, just the number. I love seeing who is watching. Inside black seed is a compound called thymoquinone. Once that hits your bloodstream, it goes straight to the lining of your blood vessels and wakes up an enzyme called enos. Think of enos as the factory that produces nitric oxide. That nitric oxide is the messenger that tells the smooth muscle inside your penile arteries to relax, open up, and let the blood rush in. That is an erection. At the most basic cellular level, that's exactly what's happening. Now, prescription ED drugs usually work by blocking the enzyme that kills that signal. But black seed works one step further upstream. It actually increases the total amount of nitric oxide your body produces from the jump. When researchers tested this directly on the corpus cavernosum, the actual erectile tissue, they saw measurable relaxation happening through that precise pathway. But after 60, your body's oxidative stress goes up sharply. It starts destroying nitric oxide before it can even do its job. Black seed steps in to protect it, ensuring the nitric oxide you produce actually survives. This is exactly why we pair it with olive oil. You want extra virgin olive oil, cold-pressed, loaded with polyphenols. Those specific compounds, like hydroxytyrosol, don't make nitric oxide themselves. Instead, they heal the blood vessel walls. They build a stronger, healthier endothelium. A better endothelium means more enos activity, which means a rush of nitric oxide. This is why that Athens study saw a 40% lower ED risk in guys who consumed olive oil consistently. Black seed turns up the output. Olive oil upgrades the factory producing it. That combination alone is powerful, but we can complete the system. To lock in all that newly produced nitric oxide, we look at another profound element of creation: raw honey. It has to be raw. If it's heated or processed, the active flavonoids are destroyed. Those flavonoids act as a shield in your bloodstream, guarding your nitric oxide from being broken down. And for the Christian men watching, you already know honey runs through scripture from beginning to end. Proverbs 24 tells us, "Eat honey, my son, for it is good." The promised land was quite literally flowing with it. It's amazing to see modern science validating the biological value of what God already called good. If this kind of breakdown is making sense to you and giving you real value, hit that like button and subscribe. This is what we do here every week. No fluff, just straight talk about how your body is designed to work. Now, having healthy blood vessels is great, but none of this works without the spark to ignite the engine. That's where fenugreek comes in. You might already have ground fenugreek in your kitchen, but very few men understand its hormonal power. A recent 2024 clinical trial looked at almost 100 men between 40 and 80. They found that fenugreek extract significantly boosted both total and free testosterone. And testosterone is the vital hormonal signal that kicks off that entire nitric oxide cascade. Black seed and olive oil prep the vessel. Fenugreek pulls the trigger. But there is one final catch. Your body is notorious for breaking these plant compounds down before they ever reach your bloodstream. That's why you add just a pinch of black pepper. It contains piperine, which slows down that metabolic breakdown and increases the bioavailability of everything else in the mix by up to 20%. It's the smallest ingredient, but it has the absolute largest multiplying effect. Now, this daily mixture we just built is phenomenal for supporting your system from the outside, but I also strongly recommend supporting this same biological system from the inside. There is a specific formulation I've reviewed closely that targets the exact smooth muscle function required to trap blood during an erection. It uses Icariin for blood flow, Tongkat for testosterone, Citrulline to open the vessels, that same fenugreek we just talked about, plus nettle root, which is incredible for prostate health after 60. Every single ingredient pushes in the exact same direction. I put the link to that down in the description for you as well. All right, let's make the mixture. Start with 1 tablespoon of cold-pressed, high polyphenol extra virgin olive oil. It should have a slight bitterness and a peppery kick in the back of your throat. If it tastes like nothing, the good stuff has been refined out. Add half a teaspoon of ground black seed. Make sure it's the ground seed, not the oil. It absorbs much better this way. Toss in half a teaspoon of ground fenugreek and just a tiny pinch of black pepper. Stir those 4 together really well. Once it's mixed, then you fold in 1 teaspoon of raw honey. Remember, never put the honey into anything warm. Take this every single night right before bed on a relatively light stomach. Give it 3 to 4 weeks of genuine consistency. Your vascular system adapts to what you do daily, not what you try once in a while. To sum it all up, black seed cranks up your nitric oxide. Olive oil builds a healthier system to carry it. Raw honey guards it. Fenugreek sends the hormonal signal to start the process. And black pepper ensures every single piece makes it into your bloodstream. God placed these tools in creation long before the pharmacy existed. Modern science is simply giving us the molecular translation for what ancient wisdom already knew. Your body was intricately designed to heal and function. You just have to give it the right materials. Are you going to try this tonight? Drop a yes down below. I'll be looking for your comments. The second half of a man's life truly can be his best half, as long as you treat your body with the respect it deserves. Thanks for being here. Take care of yourself.